Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I'm Judy Prouty, and I'm so glad you're here. This is a great way to start your week with just an idea, a thought about how we can go through the week. And I want to give you a verse this morning that you can just kind of focus on this week. It's Psalm 55:22, and it says, "Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he will sustain thee." That's from the King James Version. He will. He will sustain you. To sustain means to give you strength so that you will be able to get to the other side of whatever you're going through. We all would like to go around things or go over things or bypass them in some way, but God will take you through. He'll take you to the other side of whatever it is, and he will not only strengthen you as you go through, but he will give you wisdom as you go through so that you can know what the next step is, and the next step is, and the path that you should be walking on. The word cast in this verse is from the Hebrew, and it's translated shalak. And it means to throw, to fling something, to hurl something, and it's also a command. So we are commanded to unload our problems onto God, to cast our burdens. And that word burdens means anything that comes your way. In other words, give to God every situation, anything that comes into your life, and then leave it. Leave it with him, and don't try to pick it up again. And then that Hebrew word for sustain is the word kul, K-U-L. And that word, besides meaning to strengthen, it also means to feed. And it's used that way 6 times in the Old Testament, and it means to nourish, which is also used 3 times in the Old Testament, and it also means to abide. And so God is strong enough and wise enough and competent enough to handle whatever you hurl at him. And while doing so, he will feed you, and he will nourish you, and he will abide with you. Those are the deeper meanings of some of the words in that verse. He will surround you and be with you and in you in every life event that you go through. And so, in other words, this week, share your life with him. Share every moment with him. It reminds me of the Apostle Paul, who said, "For me to live is Christ." This verse contains a promise. He will sustain you. Grab onto that and believe it. Think about that this week. God bless you.